Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and I'm doing just an extra, not an extra, but I'm doing my first page with this week's rules in the Mind the Scrap Summer Challenge. And there have been lots of questions about things, so I normally would just do this without doing a video. I'm doing the video to kind of explain my choices for anyone who's playing. And for anyone who's not, it'll give you an idea of what the rules are. So it requires an outdoor photo. So I've got these 3 photos of us playing ball in the swimming pool back in, I think that must have been 2009. We have to include leaves, something green, use a stencil, have 2 tags, and if we use something from either the June, July, or August Mind the Scrap kits, you get some extra points. So I'm going to start by using a stencil. It's a pool photo, so I'm doing and by the way, this is also going to count as my Monday Scrap Backwards page because everything I'm using is from my Scrap Backwards kit, including from the June and July Mind the Scrap kits, because that's kind of what I roll into my Scrap Backwards kit for this 6 months. So I'm just going to make some bubbles, and I'm kind of there we go. This is a stencil by Lisa Sikorsky of Sikorsky Scraps, as you may know her on Instagram, and she's rebranding these. I got this when it was available through Dottie About Flair or the Flair Hut. She's doing these and selling them now on scrapasketch.com. And these and all the Mind the Scrap one, or the Dottie About Flair ones, as well as a bunch of others. So I'm going to put this kind of, I want one of those striped ones to, or more than one striped one to show. So I'm going to do it kind of down here, like so. And I've just done a massive reorg of things. We had all our windows replaced. I had to move everything away from the windows. Moving them back, I kind of wanted to take that as an opportunity to reorganize some things. And I haven't done it yet, but my workspace is heavily reorganized. Let me just say that. Okay, so that's my stenciling, so that's 1 point. And I'm going to kind of slightly overlap this tag. You have to have at least 2 tags, so I'm going to use 3, but in different ways. I've got this one, which was handmade by my friend JoJo, and given as a Secret Sister gift at a retreat that we both attended in 2021. So let's see how that works. That will work just fine. And I'm going to put this on some foam as well. And the other tag is, I think, from Lemonade Stand, which is a collection from 2011, 2012 time frame. And I think it was Fancy Pants. and I absolutely loved it, and I don't have many pieces of it left. This little, okay, so tags, the 2 tags, that's 1 point. The stencil is 1 point. Outdoor photo is 1 point. Leaves, and these leaves are from, these leaves and this, this dragonfly are from this set of 49 and Market laser cut elements in the Ocean color swatch. And this was in the June Mind the Scrap kit. So I'm gonna put this little guy kind of right there by the bubbles, kind of out in the field there. One of the things I did in my reorg was to pull all of my, I'll be showing this in my kit reveal tomorrow, but I pulled all the tags and tabs and all of those kinds of things from my just my generic stash, if you will, and I actually pulled out a bunch of stuff that I no longer like, and I am going to recycle it, all of those things in some way. I've got this that I want to go kind of right there, and that's on foam, so I'm going to put this on a little tiny bit of foam over on one side of it. What was I saying? Oh, so I have trays of that stuff, and I'm kind of committing to using these, that's where these tags came from. I'm committing to using as much as I can on each page, having that be where I go first for, you know, my embellishing. And I'm working in that pink color and that green color, kind of varying the colors that I'm using to bring, because I've got pink down in this. This is, oh, okay, it comes apart. So I put each letter on separately. This is a sticker sheet that I had in my kit, my Mind the Scrap kit from last month, and I didn't use it. So I'm using it now. And I'm going to really enjoy working down my collection of the older stuff that I do still love. Among the things that I pulled out of drawers and pulled out of places that I no longer wanted them, among those things are a bunch of Project Life cards that were either cut apart cards from various papers, or they were generic Project Life type things that came with kits or whatever. So I'm just going to kind of place that right there. I'm going to maybe overlap the end of that tag just to kind of keep it down. And then I'm going to put this on here. I'll add a little adhesive because this kind of seemed like it wasn't totally sticking to this. So this now becomes mixed media smooshing paper or cellophane. Okay, now I've got this little tiny bit of a tag, and I can use that on another layout, so I'm gonna do that. I have this little thing that I was gonna use. Last week we had a rule about using weather words, so sunny would have counted for that. I ended up not using this title, so I'm just going to kind of put that right here. Again, that brings some of this multicolor look up to there. I have these two hearts that come from, let's see, these laser cut elements were from the June kit, and these come from this Nature Study chipboard set that was in the July kit. I haven't got my August kit yet. I don't think they're out the door yet, and mine will take a little while. So I'm gonna kind of do the hearts here, and that green heart could count as my green thing, and I'm going to, that's what I'm going to list when I list my points. I have my overlapping hearts there, and I want to add a bit of foam to this. I have a little bit here to the back of these laser cut leaves. And that will just kind of make it stand out. This palm tree is a die cut, and so is the word summer, and then she's glued those onto a tag that she cut out of some pretty pattern paper. And I'm gonna do that right there. And then I have a couple other things I want to add. This is a sticker sheet that I have had in my Scrap Backwards kit for since, I don't know, since June probably, I guess. That came from the June kit. Maybe I put it in there since at the start of this month. And I'm going to put a little bit of foam behind this and just kind of have it out in that area. Now that's going to be my leaves. Well, actually those could be leaves, or those could be leaves. That could be my green, or this could be my green. And technically the way the rules are stated, if one of the tags is green or has green on it, then you could count 1 point for the green, 1 point for the tag, and both my tags have green. But just to keep things simple, I'm going to identify my green as, let's see, where do I want this? I'm just going to put this here. And I think that's going to be it. So let's look at what I've got. I have outdoor photo, leaves, I'm going to call these blue leaves. Green could either be this P or it could be this heart. I'm going to identify it as the heart. Stencil, there's my bubbles stencil. 2 tags, and I've got them both there. There was a little bit of trimming I needed to do on this one that I didn't do, and it's too late now. It's not going to happen. And okay, so 1 point for the outdoor photo, 1 point for the leaves, 1 point for the green heart, 1 point for the stencil, and 1 point for the 2 tags. And so that's 5 points. And then since I used something from both the June and July Mind the Scrap kits, I get 10 extra points. So this is my page. I'm going to do journaling on it later, and just as a preview to my kit reveal that I'm doing tomorrow, my Scrap Backwards kit is everything that was in it before, minus some stuff I've taken out, and I'll explain why I did that. And plus the June and July Mind the Scrap kits, which I will be pulling from at least for this week, if not for the whole month. And all of these kind of trays of extra stuff, which I'll show tomorrow. So it's going to be, I'll have a bunch of really cool, pretty things to use. And my page is done, so thank you very much for watching. And I'll be using my Scrap Backwards kit pretty much every day this week for all my Mind the Scrap layouts. And it's competitive in that teams are competing against one another. So you know me and competitive scrapbooking. I use that as an excuse to scrap a bunch of photos and memories that I haven't looked at. I have never scrapped this series of photos. There's like John sitting there blowing through a noodle and splashing Katie in the face. Somebody here has a ball. I'm not sure. Could have been me. And then I'm here holding Ava, and Allie comes and jumps on, and then here's Katie trying to jump on. And then here, Ava's looking distressed, but you can see John's head back here. And believe it or not, and then Katie's on the noodle that John was blowing water through. And this is the order in which those photos were taken. And I have to think it was Nikki taking the pictures, because she's not in them, and I know she was there that day. So yeah, this was almost exactly, what is it, 14 years ago? Yeah, 14 years ago. My goodness. It was July something, late July in 2009. So yeah, that was a fun day. And this is a goofy, fun little page, and I like how my supplies as well as the rules, kind of dictated what all was going to go on it. And it's not things you would expect to see in a single collection, but I think it works. At least it works for me, and it's my albums that it's going in. So thanks for watching. Bye.